Hey YouTube, I am going to make this quick and dirty. Well, got this a few days ago, had it in northern Utah up in the snow you saw, and now we are in southern Utah. So, lucky enough to live here in the great state of Utah and get to use these how I think they're meant to be used. But anyway, this is a 2024 TRD Off-Road Pro 4Runner. In the Terra color. Now, I've owned I think 7 4Runners over the years, starting off in about a 1988. I'm not quite that old, but pushing 50, so 4Runners have some nostalgia. Definitely grown up around Toyotas, own several Tacomas, Tundras, own a couple FJs right now, and purchased this Terra in the Pro here. Why did I buy the Terra Pro? Well, rumor has it, and we've heard this for a few years, and who knows if it's actually going to come to fruition or not, but this is the last year of the Gen 5 Toyota 4Runner as we know it, with the naturally aspirated 4-liter V6 with the old tried and true 5-speed transmission. I love this setup. I think it shifts extremely smooth, especially when compared to the outgoing generation of Tacomas, which I own one of those right now as well, a 2023, which I bought strictly out of nostalgia, I guess, as well, in the long bed. But just gonna go over this really quick. Looks like I didn't get the updated TRD wheels there, but beautiful color. I mean, this thing is at home down here in southern Utah. Looks good in the snow, but I think you'll all agree with me that it even looks better here in the red sandstone of southern Utah, the old Navajo sand. Man, tell me that doesn't look great down here. So, not really going to go over a whole lot. You guys all know this vehicle. I think those of you who are looking at this vehicle know that it's going away. Might be similar in age to me and want to grab a little piece of Toyota history while you can. And that's why we're buying these up. So, looks awesome down here. You know why I like this. Well, it looks bad, with the old roof rack on there, which I'll tell you is pretty worthless. That's definitely a form over function roof rack. Can't carry a lot of weight up there. It's kind of awkward, but it's got kind of that cool, almost, hate to say it, but I don't know, cartoonish isn't the right word, but it's not a very practical roof rack, honestly. But I like it. So I've got it on some FJs. You can throw a little bit on there, but really not very practical when compared to some of the roof racks that you can get today now. Soft-Tech seats, kind of fake leather-ish. They are easy to clean. I do think dogs will mark them up though quite a bit with their claws, scratch them up. So if you've got dogs, you probably want to put some covers on them, but they are fairly easy to clean. Slide in and out of them fairly well. I personally like having more manual controls than big touch screens. Screens get dirty, as you can see. That one's getting pretty dirty right now. I love having the kind of manual transfer case there, although honestly I'm not sure how manual they really are. I think you've got an electronic actuator down there that just sends a signal to, so, but it feels cool, looks cool. I like that. Like the seat warmers. This the TRD Pros actually come with a steering wheel heater now, which is pretty cool. Dual zone climate control on there. Obviously comes with your off-road, I like to call it your off-road cruise control. Sorry, focus isn't working great, but it's not that practical. I spend a lot of time out here in the desert and the mountains, and I don't use that very often. But the MTS has actually come in handy a few times. Does have the a rear locking diff, which is definitely handy. You can turn off your traction control. I'm not a big fan of that stuff for out here. That's your get stuck button. Does have A-track, which is awesome. Pros come with a sunroof. Somebody knows the difference between a sunroof and a moonroof, let me know. You got the stitching there, which is the same as the off-road premiums. Nothing too fancy there. So along those lines, a lot of guys are going to say, well, why buy a Pro when I can buy a premium, which is pretty dang close? Or you can buy an SR5 and make it more practical than, or not practical, but better performance than you're going to get out of this. And why you do that, guys, is simply because of that badge right there. No matter what you do to your 4Runner, if it doesn't come from the factory saying TRD Pro, it's not a TRD Pro. I put a lot of modifications on non-TRD Pro vehicles, and as most of you know, you go to sell a vehicle, if you put it on as an aftermarket modification, it is worth pennies on the dollar. Like a lift kit, tires, lockers, aftermarket sound system, whatever it is, exhaust. This has got the TRD, I believe it's a catback exhaust. You take an SR5 and you start modding it, when you go to sell it, you are not going to get hardly any of that back. Where if you just bite the bullet out of the gate, if you want a Pro, buy a Pro. Gonna hold its value, and when you go to sell it, you are gonna recuperate most, if not all that, quite frankly. Even in the crazy car market we're in today. Not a huge fan of the tires it comes with. It comes with the Nitto Terra grapplers. They are 265/70 R17. I like the size, just not a huge fan of that tire myself. Probably gonna put some KO2s on here, just because I am in Utah and I want the 3 peak snow rated tires. I don't think these tires are gonna hold up well out here in the desert. Probably okay in the mountain, but the Fox suspension, I like. Sounds like a lot of guys are having some troubles with them. We'll see how I do with these. But they do have the remote reservoir on the back. I'm just gonna try and get this under here. And hello, where are you? Sorry. Get under here to look at it. Okay, so there's my bad, on the wrong side, but there is the Fox shock. I believe they're 2.0s. This has the remote reservoir here. Look under this thing, it is just clean as can be. Do have the TRD skid plate up front. Show you guys that. Don't think it's the best skid plate in the world, but it looks good, and might do something with that later, I don't know. Big thing with these vehicles, once you start adding weight onto them, ride really changes, and you kind of open up Pandora's box as to a bunch of other stuff you've got to do as far as your springs and coil springs in the back and all that stuff. I don't know if there's anything else I can think of. Back Softex again. I do like that you have vents in the back. Do have some charging ports back here. Just kind of showing you guys. A little stool I got back here, but got some tie downs in the back. This does come with the JBL sound system. Sounds pretty good. Definitely better than the sound system on a stock, like premium. That is one thing that if you did buy a premium or an off-road or SR5 or whatever, maybe update the sound system. But this is, for my old ears, fine. Standard cigarette 12 volt there, and 400 watt power there, and you blow up your air mattress. Not a whole lot else. Seats fold down, and yeah, obviously comes with the tow package. I don't know what else to go over with you, huh? You got a power window. Please don't do away with that Toyota. So anyway, crazy how quick you can burn up 10 minutes out here in the desert talking to yourself. But there it is, the TRD Pro 4Runner 2024. Again, this should be the last year of this iconic Gen 5. I mean, been unchanged for, I don't know, 2012, 2014, somewhere in there. Hasn't hardly changed at all, and really hasn't changed since the early 2000s. Especially that motor in there. The thing has just been around almost as long as I have. So if you guys are thinking about buying one of these, don't wait. Clock's ticking. Probably got a few more months. Well, thanks for watching, guys.